Good morning. Bone chilling cold is impacting the northern U.S. this morning with below zero temperatures up here in the upper Midwest, -20, -14. Um, Pretty cold for a lot of the nation, even down in the south in the 30s, up to the northeast in the 20s. My name is Tim Ealer, meteorologist. Hope you all having a good day today. And the cold air is going to persist along the East Coast, especially, but on the northwest flow regime for the foreseeable future. This is bone chilling cold up here. It's just updated, but you can see the temperatures in the negative single digits here, uh, all the way down to the central U.S. So, switching up the map here onto this and the composite radar, take the temperatures off. Down to the south, along the Gulf Coast, we have heavy rainfall, which is gonna move into the south today and continue for a couple days here. Heavy rain, which is much needed, but maybe a little bit too much in a short period of time. So we'll go over the excessive rainfall outlook, things like that. Some overrunning precip here. Some snow in Oklahoma, parts of northern Texas, into New Mexico. There was a pretty significant amount of snow here in Colorado yesterday, which has come to an end. Up in the northeast, excuse me, we have a cold front pushing through, which is going to promote snow squalls today, and we'll go over um, that graphic as well. Lake effect snow on the backside here on the lake effect favorite areas, and along the west coast of the U.S. we have in my mug over here, um, just rainfall coming on shore with snow in the higher terrain. So there's a graphic showing the 72-hour precip totals. Um, so this is through Saturday. Let's see, Sunday, December 7th, Saturday night, right? So highest precip chances on the Gulf Coast, uh, southern Mississippi, Louisiana, central Georgia, into south central South Carolina, possibly 2-3 inches of rain. Stalled frontal boundary, and cooler temps will persist through the weekend. For today, precip chances are on the increase from the south here. The temperatures generally in the 40s and 50s. Tonight, low temps in the 40s, with rain chances at 100% for most of the state here. So, waves for heavy rainfall and pretty raw conditions here tonight. Tomorrow, same thing. The highest precip chances move a little further south. Excuse me, with highs in the 40s and 50s again tomorrow. So here's a graphic showing the longer term precip and temperature outlook. So looking to be rainy, cool, highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s or 40s, and cooling off some here December 11th. December, it looks like a good chance of heavy rain during that period as well. 6-hour precip chances are down here. Then warming up for the weekend. So my granddaughter's birthday party's on the Saturday, so hopefully it's a big change from yesterday, where it was depicting temperatures like in the 40s, right? So yeah. So anyway, that's the temperatures and precip for the Georgia area in general. for the next 10 days or so. For the Northeast, there's some possibility of dangerous snow squalls through the Northeast. Well, I already said that today. The beginning early morning hours and lingering through the afternoon. Intense but limited duration periods of moderate to heavy snowfall, gusty surface winds, whiteout conditions. So if you encounter one of these, just turn your lights, pull over the road, and pull off the side of the road, wait for it to pass, and it'll be gone quickly, but don't try to drive through it, okay? So please be careful out there. As far as the next 5 days for excessive rainfall, we have that marginal risk along the Gulf Coast this morning. New Orleans, specifically Lafayette, Appaloosa, Lake Charles, Clinton. So right along the Gulf Coast, but you saw where that precip is. We bring that back up here, see where it's all going this morning. Interesting, we don't have a day 2, but I'm almost certain that there's something there. I'm not sure why. Anyway, likely missing data with this, but let's real quickly shift to the WPC website. Yeah, so that day 2 is correct. We don't have anything there. I looked on the WPC website. It moves further south for excessive rainfall for Saturday. And it's just further to the south and east, and encompassing Panhandle, Florida, parts of the southeast Georgia on Sunday. And then the threat shifts out west to the west coast of the U.S. with a system coming on shore on Monday. As far as severe weather goes, no severe weather expected today, just general thunderstorms along the Gulf Coast. Thunderstorms again for day 2, which is tomorrow. And then it moves further to the south here, right along the Gulf Coast. And if we go further out, not likely to see anything more here. Or no high chances of anything going on here. So, no severe weather expected in the next 8 days or so. So as far as a short to midterm forecast here, it's looking like we're going to get some snow here around Friday, with cold air entrenched up here, and not a very strong low pressure system down here, but in the south. But I don't even have a pen going. Yeah, overrunning going on here. Potentially impactful snow for Lynchburg, Richmond, Charlottesville, Greensboro. Charlotte's going to be on the edge here of this. This is Friday. This is tomorrow, right? So the NAM, that's what the NAM shows. All right. And out west here, another snowstorm moving on over the northern plains to the high terrain here on the west. Some snowfall with different systems moving through the northerly flow, right? The system to the south looks to move offshore here. And if we switch over the HRRR model just to compare here, which is a let's see, this is this is an hourly model, right? It shows roughly the same thing. So we compare that to the NAM. NAM wants to leave you a little further north with this. And let's switch to a more recent run of the HRR and see. We can only go 12 hours out. The HRR is also indicating some frozen precip down here in the Memphis area. This is currently running, so let's go to 8Z. Yeah. So this is about now. Capturing it pretty well with only snowfall here. Isn't really capturing the snow squalls that well here, but I would guess that that's not unheard of, right? It's gonna have trouble capturing those really small mesoscale features. So the next couple of days, you can see all the rainfall moving through the south. Potential icing event here up into Tennessee. HRR is at least projecting this. Let's see what the NAM says again. The NAM isn't nearly as bullish with this. So it's always a tough forecast up here with that. Let's switch to see what the URAI thinks. The URAI doesn't really show frozen precip, right? It doesn't have a high resolution, so it does show the same thing with the snow off there, in this general area. Let's just try one of these other high-res models. Yeah. You can see it wants to break out snow up here as well. So I think there's high confidence we're going to have snow up in this area. Maybe heavy at times. All out to the coastline here. So we'll switch to temperatures here real quickly. See what the temps are going to be. Quite cold up in this area, right? And right along, see that cold air is just entrenched. Move back to the NAM here. Yeah, so the cold air is entrenched in this area. Some of the temperatures are going to be marginal, but you see that cold air seeps further south here. Switch back to the radar. Switch back to the temps. Yeah. Definitely cold air seeping down to the south here. So could be a potential impacting event, pretty heavy impacting event. As far as snowfall totals, let's just take a look. Go back for the winter weather. All right, so out west, of course, in the higher terrain, we're going to have higher precip chances, and with the snow squalls, the higher amounts, right? And this is starting 7 a.m. Higher terrain of the Appalachians getting some heavy snow. It doesn't really show here too much heavy snow here, interestingly enough. Kind of curious why. Maybe 2 inches, which is pretty impactful for this area. So don't disregard that, okay? And here in the northern stream, we have some snow here up in the north, northern high plains. I see overnight, this moves a little bit further south. This is 24-hour snowfall totals, guys. So that moves out to sea there. And we're talking Saturday here, where the highest snow totals are out in the Intermountain West, along the north of the Great Lakes and the northern high plains. As far as climate goes, it's just shifted further to the west where the cold is expected to be a little more temps here. But you see a large high pressure out west here. So northwest flow regime, maybe, will likely bring cold air into the south for below normal temps here. So on the average, okay. But to see the sharp dividing line here, and out west, high pressure stays in there. High pressure is kind of pushed further to the south, but colder than normal temps up here in the northeast again, right? With this flow, general northwest flow, okay. And then week 3 to 4. This was another one will be issued tomorrow, so this is the same as it was yesterday, but this may change based on current trends. We'll have to see. With a colder temps expected up north, warmer temps down south. Precip chances will follow suit here. Day 6 through 10. You see how the precip chances are below normal here for the south and above normal to the north here. Same thing for day 8 to 14. And week 3 to 4, like I said, this will be updated tomorrow, so we'll see what they have to say about that. As far as day 8 to 14 hazards, we have the chance of high winds here in the northwest, December 11th through the 17th, with some flooding possible along the northwest coastline of Washington State and Northern Oregon, much below temperatures in Alaska, and that's saying a lot right there, guys. So interesting pattern. Usually when we have colder temperatures in Alaska, we don't have cold temps in the U.S., but this isn't the case right now. So, slight risk of heavy precip along the northwest coast into the Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. Snow, highest snow, heavy snow chances here are up in the northern tier of the U.S., the 11th through the 13th in these dotted areas. Okay. Moderate risk of high winds, Oregon, Washington State, Idaho, Montana, parts of Wyoming, parts of northern Colorado. A slight risk, the 11th through the 12th, and the 12th through the 14th here in the Northeast and Upper Midwest. There's no risk of, super below normal temperatures here. The 11th through the 17th in the continental U.S., but you see here, just like the other graphic, moderate risk and slight risk here into Alaska. So, didn't have as much time for my video today, but I managed to get everything covered, I hope. If I missed something, let me know, but appreciate the support. I'm up to 350 subscribers, and hope you all have a great day, and God bless.